Noke Van Co is a new company to Roanoke that we build custom camper vans just to get people outdoors and exploring in the area. So during COVID, I was working in Raleigh. I was in grad school at the time in Charlottesville, and then living in Roanoke, and so I was on the road a lot. And my family decided to move down there with me, and so we didn't know where we wanted to live, so we bought an RV and moved into the RV fifth wheel with 3 kids, 2 dogs, a hamster, and we were in it for 15 months. And so that kind of spurred our living tiny dream a little bit. During that time, we had renovated our RV and taken out a lot of the stuff that comes stock with an RV, and realized how RVs are constructed, and just thought that we could do a better job. So we were like, what can we do that offers a more durable solution? So a lot of the stuff that we pulled out of our RV and replaced was with more home type of furniture that just lasts a lot longer and is built well. My wife and I moved back to Roanoke with our kids and just kind of talking through what the next steps are for our family, and we came up with this idea to build camper vans. And so I talked to my buddy Josh, and he was in 100%, and so he's an engineer, and so he's the design kind of guru for our company.
I said, hey, so I'm getting really excited about this idea. Do you want a partner or do you want a cheerleader? Because I can do either, but I'm getting very excited about this. And he said, I think I want a partner. And I said, I'm in, let's do it. So I am an engineer by training. I've graduated from the University of Colorado with an engineering degree and spent 5 years in the industry, transitioned into another career as a pastor, actually, working with people. But I've always, in the meantime, been a craftsman. So I grew up working on stuff, building things. And so on the side, as a pastor, I just do woodworking and stuff on the side. And so we began to talk. This idea just sort of hit all of the spots for me. You know, I love creating things. I love building things. I love the idea of making things look really nice and designing. And so when we were talking, it was like, gosh, I feel really drawn to this idea. It gives me an outlet for all the things that I love to do, and it gets to bless people. So
I'm really looking forward to the last phase, which is the finishing touches and the functionality of every cabinet, every drawer. Those kinds of details are more my liking. We would also like to see maybe 2 or 3 different avenues of purchase for these vans. So we would love to build some pretty custom builds for people that have very specific desires, and we want to be able to meet those needs. We also want to build the 2 or 3 layouts that we know are most efficient and repeat a lot of those so that people can buy those. And then we'd also like to have a fleet that people can rent them as well.
We're building with materials that'll last a lot longer, that can go over bumps and potholes, and you can go off-road and all those things, and it'll stand up. So most of it is in the materials. A lot of it is set on getting out somewhere and staying out somewhere. RVs are typically, you go to a campsite, you plug in, and then you've got your tanks and everything there, and we've kind of designed ours around being off the grid for a couple of days. You can come back on, you go back off, you do whatever you want with it.
You have to be able to think on your feet and template things a little bit differently. But again, I love thinking like that. I love how you can make something work in a space that requires it. And then also being creative with storage, being creative with giving people inside a van some of the comforts of home, but in a vehicle that can travel thousands of miles. So tapping into that sort of creative energy is something that we've really loved and kind of dove into. The family aspect is huge. Again, our families have vacationed together and we spend a lot of time together. Our kids are down at the shop all the time. One of our primary values as a company is faith, love, and family. And so we really want to see families spend time together. We really want to see families grow closer and also do that outside. And so we just want to give people the gift of that.
It's new every day. I get to work with my hands. It's fun to get something accomplished, check that box off, and it's just fun to dream.
Being creative, getting creative with space, getting creative with the technology that's out there and available. The van life community is just growing and growing, and so we get to tap into their ingenuity and their information and draw from that to then build a van that we're so proud to put out there.